Hi everyone and welcome to the learning curve. This video is a continuation of my previous video on congruent shapes and computing line segments and angles using the congruence property. We were given these two particular shapes, these two quadrilaterals, and we were asked to find angle B. So I'm going to complete the computation of angle B in this lesson. But let us review a few important facts. What we realize from the congruency statement that we're given, and this is the congruency statement that we're given, which is that ABCD, quadrilateral ABCD, is congruent to the quadrilateral WXYZ. Based on this congruency statement, we realize that angle B will be the same as angle X based on their positioning in the congruency statement. They are positioned at the same place in the congruency statement. So with that in mind, since angle B should be equal to angle X, then we can deduce that angle X should also be equal to the expression given for angle B, which is P plus 32 degrees. So that's the value of both angles B and X. So this means that at the moment I have three of the angles in this quadrilateral on the right. Angle X, which is P plus 32, angle Y, 6P plus 5, and angle W, which is 8P minus 5. What I don't have at this time is angle Z, but we're going to use the congruency statement to deduce angle Z. Now, angle Z here will be the same as angle D because they have the same location in the congruency statement that we're given. So angle Z would be equal to angle D, which is given to us as 6P plus 13. So this is 6P plus 13. So I now have an expression for all four angles in this quadrilateral on the right: X, Y, Z, and W. Now, let us recall a very important fact, which is that the total interior angles, that is angle X, angle Y, angle Z, and angle W, the total interior angles in any quadrilateral must add to 360 degrees. With that in mind, it means that angle X plus angle Y plus angle W plus angle Z, which is what these two statements mean, should add to 360 degrees. So using this statement, we're going to solve for the only unknown that we will have, which is P. So let's go ahead and write angle X is P plus 32 degrees. Angle Y is 6P plus 5. Angle Y is 6P plus 5. That's angle Y. Then angle W here will be 8P minus 5. Angle W is 8P take away 5. And angle Z is 6P plus 13. So we insert 6P plus 13 here. And all of this should add to a value of 360 degrees. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to group like terms. So we're going to put the P's together and the numbers without P's, which are constants, together. So we're going to say P plus 6P, that is, we're grouping all the variables, which are the expressions in terms of P, as well as the constant, which are the numbers, which stand alone. So it should be P plus 6P plus 8P plus another 6P there. And that is grouping all the P's together. Yes. Then we're going to group the numbers together, which are 32. There's also 5. There's 13 here. Yes, 13. 13. And there's also a negative 5 here. I just chose to put the positives first. for ease of calculation, and all of this should work out to a value of 360. Since I only have one unknown, which is P, it's easy to compute this. So we say PR1P plus 6P will be 7Ps, plus another 8P gives us 15P, plus 6P gives us 21Ps. So this will be 21Ps. Let's now simplify the constants. 32 plus 5 gives us 37. 37 plus 13 is going to give us 50. And 50 take away 5 is going to give us a positive 45. So I have 21P plus positive 45 equals 360. What we're trying to solve for here is P, because once we know P, life is easy from there. Since 45 is added to P, we're going to do the inverse of adding 45, which is to subtract 45 from the left side of the equation so as to get rid of this 45 and only be left with the expression in P. So what you do to one side of an equation, you have to do to the other side as well. So I will subtract 45 from the right hand side as well. Then we continue the problem up here. So I'll just be left with 45 minus 45 here is going to be 0. So that on the left side of the equation, I'll only be left with 21P equal. On the right side of the equation, I have 360 minus 45, which is 315. So this is saying 21P, or in other words, 21 multiplied by P is equal to 315. So in order to get rid of the term that is multiplied by P, so that we'll have P alone on its own and fully isolated, we will do the inverse of multiplication by P, which is to divide by, of multiplication by 21 rather, which is to divide by 21. But as I've been emphasizing, what you do to one side of an equation, you have to do to the other side of the equation as well in order to maintain balance. So I'll have to divide the right-hand side of the equation by 21 as well. So that on the left side of the equation, 21 cancels into 21 because 21 divides into 21 once, leaving us with only P on the left side of the equation. So basically P now is equal to 315 divided by 21, and that will give us the answer of 15. So P is equal to 15. Now that we know that P is 15, and moreover, X is equal to P plus 32, which is the same as B, and remember what we're asked to find here is angle B. Since we know that P is equal to 15, then it stands to reason. I'm going to say, therefore, angle B, which is equal to P plus 32 degrees, would simply be equal to the value of P that we just found, which is 15, plus 32 degrees. So it means here that the answer for B is 47 degrees, and that completes the problem. That's how we would solve that. I hope you found this to be very useful. Thank you. Remember to like, share, and subscribe as we continue this amazing journey in mathematics.